Hi, this is Karine Carpino from Karine Carpino Art, and today I'm going to show you how I use the Graphics Mixed Media Journal. This will be a two-part video, and today we have part one. Here's a quick view of our project. The Graphics Mixed Media Journal packet comes with everything you need to get started, including 10 plastic discs, 2 natural chipboard panels, 2 clear Duralar, 2 matte Duralar sheets, 2 wet media Duralar sheets, 2 pieces of the opaque white Dura-Brite, and 2 pieces of the opaque black Dura-Brite. So let's get started. So here's the supplies that I used throughout the project, including Graphics Dura-Brite opaque white film, the Graphics Double Tack mounting film, the Graphics Mixed Media Journal, and a variety of other art supplies. I'm going to start with the covers of the journal, and I'm using gesso to cover the chipboard to prepare it to accept acrylic paint. Now I'm going to use acrylic paint and just paint the covers, and we'll be painting both sides of the covers. With the chipboard, I'm able to get very nice coverage with the paint. It's a great surface to paint on. We're going to set these aside to let them dry. Now I'm going to use a small sheet of Dura-Brite, some alcohol inks, and just create an inky background for my front cover. The inks flow very nicely on this film. I'm using a Tim Holtz ink blower to just blow the inks around a little bit and make it look like there's a very abstract floral design. I was easily able to cut inked pieces of the Dura-Brite opaque white to make butterflies. I'll attach a Tim Holtz chipboard saying and the butterflies to the inked piece of Dura-Brite opaque white film with some tacky glue. I'll use an adhesive dot roller to add adhesive to the back of this page and attach it to the front cover. Next, I'll use some acrylic paint and paint some poppies on the inside of the front cover of the journal. I'm using a flat brush and several colors of acrylic paint to just do some abstract florals. I have several layers of paint built up on this cover, and the chipboard has laid very nicely flat through the process. When done, I'll set this aside to dry and move on to another page. Let's put some blending solution and alcohol ink on this page of Dura-Brite opaque white film. I have a water brush filled with 91% isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just going to move the ink around. We're going to create an inky background. Now that this background is dry, I'll be using Ranger Alcohol Lift Ink and Rubber Stamps by Tim Holtz to lift the ink off the page. I'll use the ink that I lifted to put on cardstock to use for a later time. We'll do a number of flowers on this page. The ink transfers easily from the Dura-Brite to the cardstock, and now I'm going to just blot at the ink, and it will remove right back to the white of the Dura-Brite opaque white film, which is one of the beauties of this substrate. We'll add a few more inked flowers and save these again on a page of cardstock. And wipe the ink off right back to white. So all of the details of the stamp show through. I'm going to take that inked flower that I put on cardstock, use a little bit of archival ink on the edges of the cardstock, and find a saying to put on this as well, and adhere it to this page. So I think we're going to pick Collect Beautiful Moments, as this is a note page, and use our adhesive dots to adhere it. We have room for one more flower, and so we'll just lift that out and transfer the ink to our piece of cardstock. Once we're done with this page, we'll create another inky background. I'll use the same method of blending solution, alcohol ink, and my water brush filled with isopropyl alcohol to create an inky background. We'll work on the other side of this page in part 2 of this video series. I'm going to use some graphics double tack mounting film to mount a Tim Holtz Ideology chipboard saying to this page. So that's it for this part 1 of our journal. In part 2, I'll be showing you how to create 4 additional pages for our journal with lots of different techniques using graphics products. So stay tuned for part 2. See more about these products and other projects on the Graphics Arts YouTube channel or at graphicsarts.com.